guys, so today I'm filming a little bit of a different kind of video. It's actually going to be my first video in a series of advice videos, and it's actually going to be on prom because prom season is coming up, or it's already arrived in many places, and I actually planned to get this video up like maybe last month, but I was finishing my first year of college and I just didn't have enough time to really do it, and I apologize, but I'm done school now, so I'm going to be filming lots of videos. You're going to get sick of me, I promise. I get asked so much to do advice videos because for some reason you guys think I am very enlightened or know everything about life, which I don't. I'm learning through every experience that I go through. But I decided that I did go through my first prom last year, and I learned so many things that I wish I knew or I wish someone told me. And I think that if your prom hasn't happened yet, this could really help you. And also for next year, for next year's graduating class who are going through prom or their junior prom, I think this would be helpful. So I'm going to start off by just saying that you need to enjoy the whole day. It happens once, like in my case. Well, I live in Montreal and we don't have junior prom and senior prom. We just have one senior prom. Honestly, it goes by in like a blink of an eye. It's actually sad because I went to a really small high school and we were all super close. Everyone knew each other. It was just a really tight-knit community, and I really thought about it. It was the last time that all of us would be together and all of us would be celebrating something together, and it was really tough and emotional because I'd been at that school for 12 years. So the fact that prom was like the closing chapter, it was really kind of emotional. Also, since most of my friends were leaving to go to prep school since they were athletes, that also made things a little bit more difficult since I wouldn't be in my hometown. Number one tip is enjoy the day. Think about what it stands for, think about what it symbolizes, and enjoy it because it's your last cumulative thing of your high school career. Schedule everything way in advance, even if your friends think you're crazy, because prom weekends are busy for salons, for makeup places. You want to get your appointments done with the people that you want to get them. I personally have a makeup artist and hairstylist that I go to for all my events. I trust them with my hair and makeup lives, so I didn't book a trial, but I know my best friend Kitty definitely wishes she booked a hair trial because she went to a pretty well-known salon here in Montreal and they completely butchered her hair. She had to go home and fix it, and she still looks stunning. But I thought there was a spider. They really didn't do her hair the way she wanted it. She wanted like luxurious kind of retro style waves, and by the time she got home to put her dress on, her hair was pretty much flat, so she ended up curling it herself. So I definitely recommend booking a hair and makeup trial if you're not familiar with the hair or makeup artist that you're going to. That way you can look at your makeup or take pictures and see what you like about it, what you don't like about it, what you want to change, and you can tell the hairstylist or the makeup artist what you want changed for your big day, because you definitely don't want to be unhappy about that. Something that I learned on my prom is that you don't want to go overboard with your hair or makeup. I just did like waves for my hair, but I kind of think my makeup was a little bit more dramatic, which I asked for. But something that I definitely learned is that looking like yourself is way better than looking like feeling not uncomfortable, but like I would look in the mirror and I wouldn't really, I don't know, I just didn't know how I felt about it since there was so much makeup. So you definitely want to not go overboard with makeup and still look natural and still look like yourself. And one thing I have to ask you guys not to do is please don't match your eyeshadow to your dress. I know some people do that, and I'm sorry if you do that. Schedule everything way in advance. And that's going to lead me to my next point, which is about your dress. Your dress is probably the biggest thing people remember about your prom experience, and you want to choose the most perfect dress. I wore a beautiful white dress. I know some people think white is like for weddings, but I think white for prom is really chic and really nice. When I was shopping for a prom dress, I wanted something timeless, something that I would look back in pictures and be like, oh wow, that was really nice and that doesn't look tacky, because when I thought about it, I was like, people in the 80s did not think that they were dressing tacky in that moment, but they were. So I chose a really nice white flowy dress. I bought mine way in advance because I wanted to make sure all my alterations and everything were perfect. And so if you buy a dress, make sure you get fitted for it. You can't just buy a dress like that off the rack. You will need to make some alterations probably. And also make sure you get that done way in advance. Seamstresses get so many dresses at that time of year that you definitely want to make sure you have your dress ready and hanging in your closet. Now last June, which was the month of my prom, I was a fair amount heavier than I am now. I have lost about 15 to 20 pounds since my prom in June 2012. I think that if you want to lose weight before your prom, you're not going to be able to lose it in a week. it really hit me about a week before prom that I was really unhappy with my body, but by that point you can't lose 10 pounds in a week. It's science, and it's also not healthy for you. If you do want to get fit or healthier for prom, start way in advance. That way you feel good by that day and you're not doing something horrible to your body like starving yourself or anything like that, because it's not worth it. A couple months before your prom, if you eat healthy every day, if you exercise 5 times a week at least, and drink a lot of water, you'll be feeling and looking great for prom. So don't do any crash diets or anything, because you'll just gain on the way back, and you want to feel healthy as much as you want to look beautiful in your prom. Now with dresses comes undergarments. I wore a body shaper. With any dress, if I'm going to an event, I like to wear like a body shaper, kind of like Spanx. Mine was actually kind of like a sweetheart neckline, and it went all the way down my body up to kind of above my knee. And I like wearing that with any dress I'm going to be wearing, just because I think it's really flattering. It flattens everything out, makes everything smooth. There's no panty lines or love handles falling over. If your dress doesn't allow for that, seamless panties and seamless bras are always a good option. Depending on your dress, you might have to get a special type of bra, so make sure you do that way before your prom. Another thing just regarding clothing is to break in your shoes. I wore these gorgeous heels. I don't know where they are. I wish I could show you guys. You do not want to like be dancing or be walking and be limping because you're getting blisters. I think that for like the month before my prom, I was living in my shoes because I wanted to make sure that I was able to walk in them. And also another tip, if you are not used to walking in heels, practice, practice, practice. If you don't have a date, don't worry about it. Honestly, prom is like a time of everyone coming together, and many of my friends didn't have dates. I think that people kind of make it seem like you need a date for prom or else you're a loser, but that's not the case. My ex asked me to prom and I said no, and then another guy asked me to prom and I said no because I really wanted to go with my current boyfriend, but we weren't together then. So I wasn't going to go to prom with anyone, but then he asked me, so it was really great. If you do have a date, definitely make sure that one of you order the corsage or If you do have a date, make sure one of you ordered the corsage and boutonnieres. I think it's the guy's responsibility to get the corsage and boutonnieres. In my case, my now boyfriend purchased the corsages for me. I liked that it was like this aluminum because it was different, but like it was a really pretty flower. Make sure you have your corsages and boutonnieres ordered and ready for your prom. I think that your nail polish when it comes to prom is a really, I mean, it's not important, but like it's good to have good nail polish. And the one I recommend to everyone is Essie Fiji. It's a really white pink. It's almost white, but it's like a really nice pink, and it looks great on your hands. It makes you look super tan. If you're into that, that's like a perk. It's what I had on my nails and toes. And it's just kind of neutral, so it doesn't clash with anything. When it comes to nails for prom, I think of more classic nails, like darker colors or lighter colors, creamier colors, just because I think that's nicer, but that's just me. If you are wearing a short dress, I definitely recommend investing or purchasing in some sort of tanner for your legs. Not a self-tanner, not something that will like permanently tan your skin, but something that will kind of give your legs an airbrush finish. From the drugstore, I like the Sally Hansen airbrush legs. I love that. It makes your legs look flawless, and it's kind of like foundation for your legs. But I got this as a sample from Sephora, and it's a St.Tropez One Night Only Instant Glow Body Lotion. It's like a dark liquid. This product and the Sally Hansen are very similar products. It's just like a very dark liquid. Kind of looks like the St.Tropez, but it's like a one night only thing, like it washes off. And I think that this would be a really nice thing to have. Just different price points, obviously. If you want to spend money on the St.Tropez, get the St.Tropez. But something that's more affordable is the Sally Hansen Airbrush Legs, which I love. I just want to touch on tanning because I went crazy tanning before my prom. I was like a different race tanning. People will tell me to stop tanning. But I was wearing a white dress, and you can't be like, I know some people are going to get upset, but I think that you can't be like pasty and wear a white dress just because like the color difference isn't there. But if you are tanning, I use tanning beds and the sun when I was getting ready. And if you are going to be trying new products for your prom, try them way before your prom so you know how they react with your skin and you don't turn out looking like an Oompa Loompa. And the same goes for if you're getting a spray tan. Make sure it's like the color that you tried before so you don't end up regretting it and looking orange, because that is never a good look. And if you're trying new products, definitely try them out before. My personal favorites are the St.Tropez Bronzing Mousse, which you can get at Sephora. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think it's a really nice color. It's not orangey at all. And I have a video about that if you're interested. Now, just one last like little kind of superficial thing, but I actually had a good experience with it last night. Before my prom, I thought people on their wedding days, they often get like a perfume they get solely for the wedding day, and then after, when they wear it like on special occasions or whatever, you'll think of your wedding. And I thought this was a good idea, and I decided that I wanted to get a special perfume that would remind me of prom and my senior summer. I definitely recommend doing that. Mine was the st.tropez by Dolce & Gabbana, but actually I put this on last night for the first time in months, and my boyfriend commented. He said that the first thing he noticed when I saw him was the scent. He said that it reminded me of prom. He looked at me and he said, "Are you wearing your prom perfume?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I just thought that was cute. It brings back such good memories, and this smell just makes me think of summer, last summer, and like all the great memories I made. So that's just something I think you can do if you can afford, even if you can't afford like a perfume, body spray, or something that just is you get for that day that will remind you of it, like a sensory memory, would be a good idea. The last thing I want to talk about with prom is I have to get a little motherly on you. I'm just going to talk about safety, just because safety is a really big thing. In Montreal, the drinking age is 18. Our prom was downtown, obviously, when we went clubbing after. And I'm not saying I condone underage drinking. I think that you need to be responsible with your drinking, and it would be ignorant for me to say that teenagers don't drink. I know many teenagers don't, and kudos to you, but I know many teenagers do drink. And I'm not going to sit here and be like telling you guys like, "Oh, I am angelic, I have never touched alcohol in my life." I don't know what these signs are. I know like a lot of people don't do after proms the way we do. That the reason why is because we graduate when we're 16 or 17 and the drinking age is 18, so fake IDs are easy to come by and it's easy to get into clubs, so we go clubbing since we're downtown. But I know in lots of places when the drinking age is higher, that might not be the case. But whatever it may be safe with your after prom and have a good time. Don't feel pressured to do anything. I know a lot of teenagers think like prom is the night to lose, you know. Don't feel pressured to do anything. Just because a guy took you to prom does not mean you need to give him your virginity. You need to be respectful of yourself and just be safe. If you are going to be drinking, watch your drinks. Make sure people aren't slipping things into you. If you feel sick, go leave with a friend that you trust. Stick together and just be safe. Honestly, I didn't feel the need to go out for my after prom. I would have been just as happy eating a pizza in the hotel room with all my friends. If you do something for after prom, great. If you don't, great. Just have fun and enjoy it. And so that comes to the conclusion of my prom video. I know it's kind of scattered. Let me know if you have any questions. If you had prom already this year, I'd love to know about your experiences, and if you have any tips for people who are going to prom this year, next year, or whatever. And if you are going to prom this year, I would love to know all about your dress and everything that you still need to get done before your big day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was somewhat informational, and I will talk to y'all soon.